Leading from Center. Profiles in Success featuring Lori Mazan.
So you're pretty excited to come and join this organization, and once you got here, how did the actual experience match your expectations?
Oh, above and beyond, and it has been a fantastic experience. This clearly a steep learning curve.
Yeah.
The company and including myself, we sort of like building a plane and flying it to the same time. But now you
flying it while you're building it.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you can say, it can be done. I've been part of it.
Yeah.
We moved at the time of the acquisition, as you mentioned, we had 3 programs in the clinic in less than 4 years, under $40 million. And just having been part of a team who did the impossible. In unprecedented productivity. And
in terms of the timeline, in other words, that was really, really fast for the industry.
Yeah, and at some point I thought it's a bit insane because we were against 800-pound gorillas in this business of Novartis, Genentech, Pfizer. They were all there. We had the same programs, and we thought we can do different and better, and we did different and better.
Wow.
And toy.
Yeah.
And so forth. So it was intense, clearly. It was complex. A lot of work has gone into it. But the experience is unmatched. It's fantastic.
Okay, good. So from this idea of actually building the plane while you're flying it, what were some of the leadership challenges that you faced in your role there?
So there were several, and some of them, had led to our engagement and teaming up with you. So at the beginning, when these companies are formed, the VCs, the venture capitalists, entrepreneurs, they look for, smart scientists. They look for a lot of technical, scientific expertise. If you were to go to an interview and say, look, I've been a manager and I run an organization of 500 people and $100 million, they say it's good for you, right?
Right.
Happy for you. But what I need is somebody who is, brilliant.
Right.
And who wants to change the world and says, I don't care whether Pfizer is in phase 1 when I'm just looking for my discovery here and so forth. So basically, I get the reference I'm trying to make is we started with a group of people that were technically and scientifically very strong. And for most of the part, myself, been operating in a comfort zone. Now,
of being in the science.
It's being in the science.
Yeah.
We did what we wanted to do. We did things that we thought we are very good at and so forth. And you live sort of day by day, week by week.
Right.
And you don't really think that much further out. If you are successful, the company will grow and develop. And with this fast pace you go, because there's one thing that small companies do not have, is time.
Right.
So you really develop the programs. If everything holds together, the company at 200 miles per hour.
Right. So it's kind of like the focus is on developing the science. It's not really about leadership or growing the company or anything.
Right. It sort of, if that happens, that is important. It's
a
nice to have.
Lucky.
Exactly. At the beginning, it's really a nice to have. But essential to have is get your stuff done.
Right.
So, and do it better, different than others.
Okay. So what kind of problems did that approach create?
Yes, so the complexity. The programs move from discovery to development. And I think development is about, timelines and resources and operate in a more regulatory environment. As they say, as one of my mentors said, if surprise and discovery is fun, if surprise and development is a disaster. So we had to change the way we think, the way we operate, and the way we communicate.
Okay.
Decision making has to be clear, concise. You have to take the decisions. Some of the decisions you have to take are part of programs that are 3 to 6 months and suddenly will cost significant of money.
Yeah.
And if you don't have time, we also had very limited resources.
So sort of like as the program moved from clinical to development, the need for leadership for better decision making for these timelines and structures and resources was much greater than it was when you were just in the lab.
Absolutely.